Hi, everybody. It's Kathleen Walker. This is August 11th, 2023. It's been 334 days since I visited with my brother, Paul Kierans, who is profoundly disabled with Down syndrome, and he's in a group home operated by L'Arche. So the hearing of the petition for who will be his decision maker, and basically whether or not I'll ever get to visit with him again, took place last week. And the judge at the end said that he hoped that we could negotiate an agreement for the visitation. And I wrote my sister's lawyer. My sister's got a lawyer in Ottawa and a lawyer in Vancouver, two big law firms. And I wrote her right away after the conclusion of the hearing and said, can we meet to negotiate how the visits will take place? I phoned Paul today. I'm allowed one 10-minute phone call if he'll come to the phone. I phoned him at 4:30 today, and the group home staff person said he was sleeping and he couldn't come to the phone. So I was very disappointed about that. Then I got an email after 5 o'clock saying I could phone him. I phoned him and I was told he was having dinner, but they allowed him to come to the phone anyways. And he kept on saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. The judge has reserved his decision till September 6th. He told us myself and the public guardian and trustee, hired a lawyer, an outside lawyer, to come in and represent them. And he said a bunch of negative things about me. He said that they were neutral about whether it's my 81-year-old sister, nun sister in North Bay, Ontario, or I get to be Paul's decision maker. But he just said things like, I only take Paul to McDonald's. Anyways, I wrote the Community Living BC analyst and asked her to try and set up a meeting with Paul or visit with Paul. And of course, I didn't hear back. I haven't heard back from anybody. When I did call Paul, and although he was eating dinner, he was allowed to come to the phone. And he just kept on saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. I'm sure he doesn't have a clue as to why we're not allowed to visit. I miss him so much. I'm so lonely. He gave me a reason to enjoy my retirement, just focusing on cooking him his favorite meals and trying to figure out ways to keep him alert. And I go and get books from the library. I've got shelves full of toys and puzzles for him and art supplies. So please consider helping. We're down to the wire. The judge is going to release his decision. If we can't come to an agreement by September 6th, the judge is going to release his decision at 9 a.m. at 800 Smythe Street. So you might consider putting that in your calendar and appearing at court. I would really appreciate the support. And also, you can contribute to our GoFundMe account. And I found out this morning, I got a letter from the Supreme Court of Canada saying that my motion for reconsideration of my application for leave to appeal the decision allowing L'Arche to terminate visits with Paul was dismissed. So for now, the case is finished at the Supreme Court of Canada. It's still before the British Columbia Human Rights Commission. They have a case against L'Arche. They've opened up an expedited file against L'Arche. And we're waiting for the decisions of the hearing of my petition to be appointed Paul's committee and my sister's petition to be appointed his committee. And that will happen on September 6th. So put it in your calendar. September 6th at 9 a.m., 800 Smythe Street in Vancouver, BC. Be there or be square. Please contribute. I've had costs awarded against me in Supreme Court, at the Court of Appeal, and at the Supreme Court of Canada for trying to restore my brother's freedom, trying to help him. So I, on all, the only income that I have is my old age security and my Canada pension plan. That's it. So I would really appreciate any contribution you could make to our GoFundMe account. I used it this morning to swear an affidavit. It costs $40 to swear an affidavit. I've spent all my savings, and I borrowed money to pay for photocopying. So please consider a contribution to our GoFundMe account and write a letter. I put a message in the inbox and or in the description box for this video. Please consider cutting and pasting that email and sending it to the addresses that are in the description box, and go to your church, synagogue, temple, gurdwara, and say a prayer for us. In the end, I believe that my right to visit with my brother and to be his decision maker will be successful, but I'm really worn down. It's a very rocky road, and I'm fighting for the rights of disabled people across Canada to be able to have the freedom from confinement, isolation, and to be able to visit with their loved ones. It's a heroic fight. It's a David and Goliath fight, and I can't do it without you. Paul, it was so nice to speak with you and to hear you say that you love me. I love you too, dear. I love you, love you, love you. You're my pal. You're my old pal. I miss you so much. I'm fighting. I'm pulling out the stops. I'm doing everything I can think of so that you can be free and so that we can visit again. Take care, and I'll call you again next week. Goodbye, dear.